Part two of steel surfing the High Line. So, I'd left La Crosse and traveled overnight, made it through the places that I was worried about, the Northtown Yard in Minneapolis, and then Dilworth, Minnesota crew change. And then the next crew change spot was Minot, which turned out to be a bit harrowing. I thought for sure I was going to get at least put off the train, if not arrested there, because they did the 1,000-mile check in Minot, where they did a complete brake check and inspected the whole train. Normally that's done in Havre, Montana, on these trains. So I'm not sure why that happened in this instance. But it's a good reminder that you don't control this. So you have to be flexible. And I had messed up and not gotten a very good car for hiding, and I was too close to the front of the train. So I'd been looking for an opportunity when the train would stop somewhere to get moved back further down the train, away from the engines and into hopefully a better car. So lo and behold, I've gone from La Crosse, and now I'm in near Fort Peck on an Indian reservation in Montana, not too far across the border from North Dakota. But I have a horrendous bloody nose all of a sudden, and the train's doing 60, so I've got blood blowing all over me. And then the train stops, and it's not on a siding, so it's stopped on the actual main line. And I got looking up towards the front of the train, and I could see there was activity up there, some kind of problem, something. Anyway, here's where we picked back up, and I've managed to move to a better car, and waiting for things to clear up. But here we go. It's perfect. It's got room underneath for my packs. I can sit up or lay down, and that way I can video out the side easier. I've been missing a lot of video shots that I'd like to have gotten along the way, so now I can just do that. And I'm thinking I could probably slip through the Havre 1,000-mile check in this thing if it's late enough at night. So I'm thinking I might just give that a shot, get tucked away in here and call it good, and just keep on going. I was going to stop for the night, but I kind of like this train. It's averaging 50 miles an hour. So anyway, I'll clean up this blood. I don't know what I did, but all of a sudden, man, blood just started pouring out of my nose. I've had that happen before, but anyway. So much better situation now, much more comfortable, much easier to stay hidden. Really vast improvement. I feel much better about my situation. here's a part of the trip where reality smacked me in the face. I was pretty tired and fell asleep and woke up just a little before Havre when it was really quite dark, too dark to get good video. And I was hoping that my timing would be such that I would roll into Glacier on a beautiful, clear morning and get some great video. So the reality of that situation is that I rolled into Glacier in the dead of the night, and it was, I won't say bitter cold, it was very cold, let me put it that way. And I had curled up in my sleeping bag and was getting snowed on for part of the trip in. And so it was too dark to video the most spectacular things, you know, that I wanted to try and get shots of from the train. So, you know, it's one of those things where you have to, I'm going to have to do this again. And now that I know what I'm doing, I can time things better, I think. I can get off a train in Glasgow, as an example, wait for one that's going to be timed better for going into Glacier. But anyway, there's always a little comeuppance in what you expect, anticipate, and want to happen, and what actually happens.
Whitefish. We're just outside of Whitefish. I got off because I could get off without anybody seeing me fairly easily there. I hear my train airing up, and it'll make its final journey on into the yard. And I'm smelling the pine needles and very, very cool compared to yesterday. Downright cold on that train, man. My good ride right there. I gotta remember those. That was fantastic. This is the Whitefish Depot. Man, is it cool. So I got off the train about 1.5 miles to the east because I just, it was going to pull into the yard down here. But when you got all kinds of people around and everything else, it stopped. So I got off and just hoofed it. And then got to a road and I called Uber and came down there and I checked Amtrak, and unbelievably, the train will be here in a half an hour and I'll be headed back. It was like, wow, I don't think I could have planned that connection any better than that. And I got a little sleeper because I was going to get a motel room and spend the night here. And so I just got a sleeper. It includes your ticket and it was cheap. Go with that, I'm going to do that. And get a shower. All your meals are included. It's a pretty good deal. Anyway, well, this is pretty much an incredible contrast from. Yeah, somewhere I do here. Well, I just had it because I had to find this room. What the hell did I do with it? Just it in my back pocket. I wonder if I dropped it somewhere.
8:30 sleeper.
What's your last name?
Graham, like graham cracker?
Okay, I got it. Okay, thank you.
You bet.
We need assistance getting her down to your car.
So, I don't know what the hell did I do with my ticket. Well, I don't think there could be a bigger disparity between comfort level in a roomette and the comfort found behind a double-stack container train car, nor the noise. And I know I had a car that had bad brakes on one of them, and it kept applying the brakes even though the brakes weren't really on. So it made these horrendous screeching sounds beyond the normal screeching sounds. But the noise difference is just unbelievable. I mean, we're doing 79 miles an hour in this passenger train, and I was doing 70 at most on the freight train, and it's way louder on the freight train. Of course, you're outside. I have no idea what it sounds like outside on the Amtrak train, but definitely a big contrast and a welcome one for now.